Alright, y'all. Game 2. Not game 2, but semis 2, right? So, last video was the semis 1 game match, where we saw Ishikaguta take the semis match, take the first of 2 final spots available for grabs now. This is our second semis, our last semis. And the winner of this will make it to that fourth and final spot of the finals. And we got a great matchup here. In the green, placing first, Murphy. Joined the league, I think, since season 1, honestly, or season 2, if anything. Having them here, playing strong, like improving every time, and always like consistently putting in strong performances, super inspiring. We love having them, and placing first here on a very nice spot, getting some nice wood and brick production, along with an amazing ore spot. I do think that the strongest spot here would be the 10-5-9. I think black will maybe go for that, because you corner off all the good wheat, really, right? Of course, you know, I think the other 2 players here, especially red, is probably thinking, I can get the 5-11-6 whenever I want. Black here instead goes for the double ore and the free road. I don't know if I love the play. It is a free road, but the production is not great. And you have no wheat. And on top of that, red goes first. And red could risk it and get the opportunity to make the cutoff happen. I think actually, though, black here knows that there are no other spots where anyone could claim a free road on placement. So black here is trying to claim the free road so they can make the cutoff happen before red ever possibly could. However, now green has completely blocked up that possibility for both red and black. Great placement, getting all 5 resources, and that spot, that 9-5-10 spot, is still wide open, which is absolutely crazy. Now remember, this is a threes game, so this will be to 12 and the discard is 8. Every other rule is the same as a fours game, but it is to 12, so that is the big difference. But this spot being open is kind of crazy. I anticipate whoever gets here will be able to claim the win this game. Obviously red pointing to that spot, but green could equally get there. So whoever gets the roads faster will get there, and green has the slight advantage. So we'll see who gets it. And just so many cards for everyone. Gonna be some trades happening, some 4-for-1s I anticipate for some brick. There's so much sheep and wheat generated. And probably trying to city here, but I don't think anyone's going to let them. Okay, so buying a dev card is perfectly decent. I mean, making our hand size small is very important. Now here black is in trouble with 9 cards. Green will also have to make a trade. Probably will forward 1. And going for the port on the left, which is interesting. Because I would think that they would want to go for that 9-10-5, but not in a rush, not in any rush at all. And red here making a move, committing a road to the spot, so unless a cutoff happens, red is going to get there and it's going to be in really good shape. Like great compatibility of resources, I think, in terms of production. And also has this wheat port that they can use this wheat for, because they're on 3 wheat hexes, so they're going to be producing all the wheat in the game. So I'm just committing to this ore spot, which is okay, but I just don't like that there's only an 11 wheat here to support that ore. Really think it would be nice to consider this. But maybe green is thinking of going all the way over here. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I think red's got it, and red's in really good shape. Really good shape. And black here with the city. So first city, even with no wheat, getting a city off is very impressive. Friendly robbers active, that was probably a mistake on their ends, but they're allowed to play with any rules they want. At the end of the day, it'll be interesting to see the dynamics of that. Now red is completely safe from the friendly robber, so can definitely take their time in trying to settle. They've locked up that spot with the 10-9, 10-9-5, so they're looking in really good shape, honestly. And 9 cards in hand. I imagine a settle will come soon here. Okay, just a dove card. So just biding their time. And green here will look to do something with these 2 dev cards eventually, I imagine. I don't think they're both VPs. I mean, they could be, but it's very early in the game, so I imagine that with so few dev cards drawn, they're not VPs. They're not knights either. So maybe I would imagine one of them is a road builder. Although if it was, they would have used it. Yeah, so it have to be a mono or year planning. I imagine at least a mono or a year planning there. An interesting play from red here to use road builder. So really wants this 3-for-1 port. I think the idea is they go for this 3-for-1 port, then they build a road here, get this extra wheat, extra wheat production, and this wheat port here. I think that's the idea for them. I'm okay with it. I mean, I would like to see, some settlements, right? Like, you got to have some production at some point. So we'll see if this turn does it for them. Doesn't quite have it, but probably can 4-for-1 for this. So somebody just 4-for-1ing for brick, which is kind of odd to me, but okay, we got nothing going on. I don't really know what people's plans are. Like, people are just 4-for-1ing because no one really has good ports, and they're just kind of chilling with the cards because they don't want to go over 8. But this is looking like a rough game. I mean, people just don't have wheat, right? So they aren't able to use the cards in their hand. So they're just having 4-for-1 and sit on it. That's the major dilemma here. So that's why I think red here will be in really good shape with all that wheat production coming up. Okay, a nice city here from red. I'm okay with it. I just I'm scared of green just like plowing. You could just literally put one road down just to screw up some plans. If you want 2 roads here, then red can't even build here. So 40 cards, there's got to be something to do, right? If I could, I would totally go road setup, by the way. I totally would, because I need the wheat production if I'm green. If I get the wheat production, then I'm in a good spot, but instead of just sitting. So probably didn't have the resources for it. Yeah, probably just didn't have the resources. Okay. Okay, so finally settling. So this is a game now. I mean, green has 2 open settlement spots. Everyone's at 4. Everyone has at least 1 dev card, right? So like, people have options. It's about how you play it. It's very, very even right now on paper. I still think red is my pick to win at this point. That ore port is nice for black, but I just don't know. I mean, they're gonna have to keep porting for weeds, and I mean, yeah. I mean, this sheep port is potentially interesting, but it's not a game changer, right? So. Think of now, black is trying to go for this 3-for-1 port. It's probably the wrong move. Feels like you don't have enough production to justify it yet. I think you only really have production on ore and sheep, so you want to make sure you prioritize the sheep port. A second city for black. So now it's going to start coming quickly because this is really compatible production. You have amazing ore production, an abundance of wheat production, and amazing sheep production. This is like the dream setup for dev cards. And we're getting to the end game. Already green's at 8 with a dev card, could be at 9. Has an open settlement spot here. So it's a game. It's a game. I mean, red needs to find a way to maybe connect for longest road. But I think black is out of it. I think green is the favorite, but red is certainly not out of it yet. And if green just builds one more road, they'll be at 10, potentially 11. If they settle, if they road and settle, I mean, that's game, right? So. Got a great block from green here. And another city. So sitting very, very quickly. So right, the momentum is just like super behind red, but is it too late? Right, like that's the question. Can they catch up in time? Right. Okay, so at 9. Okay, so did use year of plenty here. So we did project that maybe had year of plenty. And did settle. So great play. Now they're at a pure 9. If they do road, they do get longest road, and they're at 11. And they just have to city, and they win. I would road here if I could. I would not necessarily connect, because if someone takes it back, I want to be able to connect later. I want to open up a settlement spot for myself, along with taking road. They're going to go ahead and connect. Because they don't want to risk it, which is totally fair. My only thing is, if I road here, then I have the option of settling or road, depending on what my hand is, right? So I have more flexibility. Here, you have to road before you settle. There, you could road or settle, depending on what's better, right? So red here is going to settle on this wheat port, finally getting there. Going to probably road settle here soon. And gonna probably try to connect after that. But green is in a really strong spot. If red were to connect, they would take longest road officially. But now here, building an efficient settlement. So I didn't actually see this coming in. I was probably wrong to say what I said, building 2 roads there. Because this efficient settlement is so nice, you can curl around too, and keep the maximalist road. So this is just so efficient and beautiful. So I think this is the right play. So well played by green here, but red is coming up, trying to challenge for road. If they do connect, they do steal it away. They will be longer than 8. They'll be at 10. So that'll be something for green to overcome. But of course, if green does connect here, they'll be at 11, and that'll be over reds. And that's GG's. Green takes it. Green just was able to get a settlement. It was very easy, very quick. Not much of a fight because red had the momentum, but it was a little bit too late, right? So those blocks really helped. Resource sets, you can see red and green were almost the same, right? So like it's very rare to see that kind of similar production where you know it does feel justified because you know it was very close, but at the same time you know it was just too little too late, right? You just came up too little too late. That's it. So it's a game about timing. We said that in the last game. Congrats to Green, congrats to Smurfy. We have our final set now, and I'll see you guys in that one. Take care.